Is there a lazy way of learning Spanish? If I am being 100% honest with you, I really don't think that there is a lazy way of learning Spanish. And for me, when I think of being lazy, right, I think of avoiding things that are, really challenging for you to do in that moment or that are very energy intensive. Like for example, right now, if I wanted to be lazy, I wouldn't be recording this video because recording this video takes some time, it takes some energy out of me. It's quite difficult to do. There's a lot of things that I'm trying to think about and communicate properly or appropriately that makes sense, right? So if I want to be lazy right now, I would just not record this video. I would sit down, put up my feet, and relax. Maybe watch some Netflix, or even better, take a nap because I am a little bit tired right now. Now, applying this perspective of laziness when it comes to learning Spanish, I don't think those two can really go together, that we can be lazy and learn Spanish. Because if we want to learn Spanish, right, if we want to learn a new language, we have to put a lot of energy into it. We have to put a lot of time into it. We have to be very focused. We have to be very disciplined and also very consistent. And again, all these things to me are the opposite of being lazy. I think what is happening here when we try to learn, I suppose, a lazy way is that we think that doing things that are very difficult to do, or actually, no, let me rephrase that. So everything, okay, so you have one column here, things that are difficult to do, or language tasks that are difficult to do. They're very time consuming. They take a lot of energy out of you. They are very boring and also very demanding. Now, in the other column, we have the opposite of those things. So it doesn't take as much time. It doesn't take as much energy. It is fun, and we're classifying all those as being lazy, which I don't think is necessarily the case. But again, this is just my opinion, and also I'm just using my experience learning Spanish as well. Because I wouldn't say for me to get to the level that I'm at right now, I was being lazy by any means. Quite the opposite. I guess what I really want you to understand is that when it comes to learning Spanish and improving our language skills, there are no shortcuts. As well, I don't think that we can really, or that we should be avoiding things that are challenging along this journey. Because learning Spanish there are always going to be some form of challenge that you'll be facing that you have to overcome. But that is the really amazing thing about being a language learner, being a Spanish learner, is that we are always trying to figure out how to overcome a challenge. So I would say instead of trying to find a lazy way of learning Spanish, you find effective ways of learning Spanish. And that's all that I try to show a lot within my videos and also in my short videos and my live streams. I like to share a lot of tips on this channel that will help you overcome a lot of common challenges that we face, like lack of time, lack of focus, lack of discipline, lack of consistency, lack of resources, boredom, and things like that. And for example, I have some resources, if you don't know yet, like my 2 free PDFs, the Spanish Conversation Blueprint and the Spanish Vocabulary Blueprint. So those resources, for example, will help you improve your speaking skills, and then also help you to learn and remember Spanish vocabulary better and with more effective methods. But again, vuelve lo mismo. It's not about being lazy, but with these tips, for example, you are going to have to take action and then also be consistent with the implementation of these tips as well. So that's going to take some time and energy before you can, see some results. But these tips should make it a lot more fun when it comes to improving your speaking skills and having conversations in Spanish and learning vocabulary. And it should make it a little bit easier for you if you are struggling to do them. The same thing goes with my other resources, the Spanish Resource Kit and the Spanish Vocabulary Accelerator Notion template. So based off my experience learning Spanish and also the challenges that I have faced, I have created these types of resources that will help you overcome these types of obstacles. All those resources will be linked down below in the description box of this video. Now, I am very curious to know your opinion on this topic here. Do you think there is a lazy way of learning Spanish? And maybe I am thinking about all this in the wrong way. But please let me know in the comment section below. And watch this next video if you want some tips for how you can become fluent in Spanish. Nos vemos pronto.